Continuing day 5 of rehearsals at Pala Olimpico in Turin for the 66th Eurovision Song Contest. Coming up on this video, we have Ukraine, Bulgaria, the Netherlands, Moldova and Croatia. Welcome back to my channel. I'm at Willowvision Online and let's get straight into it with Ukraine. Kalush Orchestra for Ukraine with Stefania. So they've made it to Turin. At one point it wasn't certain that that would be the case, but having made it to Tel Aviv and some of the other pre-parties, they are now in the delegation bubble and they are on site at the contest. In any other year, this entry might be thought of as a typical Ukrainian entry, but I think this year, with what has gone on since February to now in Ukraine, it takes on a whole nother meaning. Ukraine are currently favourites to win the contest. So let's have a look at the performance. The 6 guys of the group on stage, the patterns and colours associated with traditional Ukrainian dress. But this performance isn't just song, it's also dance, break dance in particular. Drawing your attention to the LED back screen, we see the image of eyes that are closed, eyes that are tired, and they look to be crying golden tears. There's also images of hands which are seen across the top, and later in the performance, when the breakdancing element takes place, those hands are on the stage floor with the dancing taking place within those hands. And this song really does feel like an anthem for Ukraine, an anthem for now. This is a guaranteed qualifier. Ukraine always make it, but this year and with what's gone on, it could go even further. For Bulgaria 2022 Intelligent Music Project and Intention, it has all the hallmarks of a rocky entry on the Eurovision stage. It's a very safe entry. It's very radio friendly. There's nothing offensive about it. During the performance, split screen is used initially. It's bright, it's light, it's rocky. Very well rehearsed. And it sounds like the track. Bulgaria, of course, have been back and forth over the last number of years. Up near the top, taking breaks, coming back strong. They had a potential winner in Victoria. Styling wise, the group are all in black and there's a lot of gold lighting going on, and pyro is being used too at those key moments in the song. It's very well rehearsed. The song has the lyric in the safety zone, and I think that's where this is. But in a semi-final where you do need to stand out, only time will tell if Bulgaria will be back in the final for this year. Last year's hosts, the Netherlands now, represented by Steen or S10 with the song Diepte, which is in Dutch and it's great to hear it. Fundamentally, the song is heartfelt and it's haunting. The staging is dark. I think even the fact that the kinetic sun is dark plays to the strengths of this entry. The lower part of the sun, which is still lit up from the LED screen, has a moon effect upon it. Steve performs on a raised platform, dressed in black with a midriff showing. How cheeky. Vocals are really strong, and even though it's not in the English language, I feel like it really does translate well, and I would expect to see the Netherlands in the final next week. For Moldova 2022, Zdub and Advahov Brothers and Trenulețul. Of course, in the video to this, it was based on a train. It's such a lively, catchy tune, and I have no doubt that it is going to be proving very popular. The staging is colourful. We've got violin on stage, we've got accordion on stage, we've got wacky costumes, and the first use of the B stage as well, where they make their way toward the front toward the end of the song. We also have the reveal of the hidden LEDs which form part of the walkway, which rise up And I believe this is where the scoreboard will appear for the audience in the arena. So, hey ho, let's go, folklore and rock and roll. Chisinau, Bucharest. Now, this is at the point when Portugal were due to perform, but as one member of the delegation from Portugal, the wider delegation, tested positive for COVID-19 and is now isolating, it meant that a little bit more time was given to Portugal in order to ready themselves for the rehearsal. So they came later, and coming ahead of time was Croatia, Mia Dimšić, and Guilty Pleasure. She's dressed in pink. Beautiful choice, and it really stands out. She isn't joined by her solo dancer from the national Fina Dora. Instead, she has three dancers, different dancers this time, 2 male, 1 female, and they're wearing nude. I nearly said they were in the nude. They're wearing nude, and they perform around her. One in particular seems to be the one who is her guy, shall we put it that way. In some of the shots, it's difficult to see that on the back LED, there is actually a forest. I think it's down to the sun and its positioning. You can't quite see it. So the dancers and Mia are sort of running through the forest, as it were, during the performance. Through some of the run-throughs, she was definitely having issues with her in-ear monitors, and she made that known. She also sung part of the song in Croatian, sort of like from the last chorus to the end. If this may well be how it will be heard in the semi-final, but it certainly was a nice ode to home. Last year, Albina was so close to qualifying out of the semi-final for Croatia. So can Croatia do it this year with Mia? We're going to have to wait and see next week. So that's the next 5 from today's second rehearsals of the first semi-finalists. More to come later.